Hey everyone, this is DW's Darius and welcome to another day in a fish room. So you may have noticed that recently my video activity level was pretty low, and that's because recently I've been upset because a couple of weeks ago I came home and I found one of my fish dead on the floor. If you know my fish, if you know the different tanks that I have, you probably could guess which fish jumped out. I'll talk a little bit more about it later on. But yeah, that had me upset, and because of that I wasn't really posting as I would have liked to post, so I do apologize about that. But during that period of not posting, so much stuff has occurred in the fish room. I definitely got to get back to making these videos. I have fish breeding, fish changing colors, just so many different things occurring in a fish room. I got to bring you guys up to speed. So for today's video, I had so many people requesting to see the Oscar cichlid, and just for me to give you guys an update on the Oscar. The last time I showed you guys the Oscar, he was in my 350. He picked the fight with the Red Devil, and the Red Devil ended the fight, left the Oscar in scars and looking pretty terrible. And that was the last time you saw the Oscar. So for today, I want to give you guys an update on the Oscar, show you how he's doing, and all the other fish that I moved in that same video. I'm going to give you guys an update on them. Okay everyone, so the Oscar has been living inside my 210-gallon aquarium now for about 3 weeks, and I must say he is doing awesomely. So originally when I added him, I did fear because of his size. I thought that because he was so much bigger than all the fish that were already in a 210, he might become a bully, but that definitely is not the case. So first off, when it comes to tank mates, the fish that were in a 210 before the Oscar include just a mix of cichlids. I have a pair of Jack Dempsey's, I have a red spot severum, I have some now tilapia, a red Texas, a gold jaguar, some silver dollars, some catfish, a bitcher. So it's really mixed up, and the biggest fish are my now tilapia, which are about 7 inches, but my Oscar, he's 10 inches. So I did fear that he was going to bully them, because in the 350 he was trying to bully fish bigger than him. So I thought he was definitely going to bully these smaller fish, but so far that definitely is not the case. Now of course he did show his dominance, he did put everybody in check, but he's not chasing anybody, he's not being overly aggressive, and that's always awesome. On top of that, he made a full recovery. It seemed like just a couple of days after I added him to my 210, he was completely healed of all the damage that the Red Devil did to him. His fins, his scales, everything back to normal, so that was awesome. Now one of the things that was weird was his change of personality. When I was doing water changes, he would come and attack me in a 210. He never tried that in a 350, but he's actually bit me a couple of times in these 3 weeks of being inside my 210-gallon aquarium. Now I do believe that this is because he is now the dominant fish of the tank, so being more dominant, he gets to express his opinion a little bit more. So I guess he never liked me digging in an aquarium, so that's the reason why he comes and bite me. On top of that, his activity level is also different. In the 350, he pretty much stayed in one section of the tank. And this 210, he's swimming back and forth all over the tank. Now this could be once again because he is the dominant fish, he has full roam all over the aquarium, or it also could be because he's just not settled into the tank. A lot of times these cichlids, when they are happy, they'll just choose one territory. So to see him swimming back and forth, it could show that he's not fully happy because he's not fully comfortable in the aquarium. I'm not really sure yet. If he keeps moving non-stop throughout the months to come, I mean that's just his new activity level. But if he stops and kind of chooses one section, that means that the time he was swimming back and forth, it was just because he wasn't comfortable in the aquarium. Now as far as how long the Oscar is going to be inside this tank, I'm not sure. I do want him to live inside my 350 because he looks awesome in that tank and he fits in a little bit better, and I know he likes the extra space. But of course I can't put him in there with the Red Devil because the Red Devil will have flashbacks, he will remember, and they most likely will clash again. So for now he's in the 210 for who knows how long, but I do know with this 210 in the long term I want to breed jaguars. I have my female gold jaguar, which is actually my favorite fish in this aquarium, just a beautiful fish. And then I have a male jaguar downstairs growing out, and eventually they will be the only 2 fish in this aquarium. But until then, the Oscar is going to reside with these other tank mates for a couple of months, and that's what's going on with the Oscar. At the same time, when I moved the Oscar cichlid, I moved some other fish around, including my Arowana peacock bass. Now this fish, I must say, is doing awesomely. This fish is at the bottom of the hierarchy in my 350-gallon aquarium, and he's showing some of the best color. So when he was in my 210, he was showing a brown body with speckles. People were asking me if he was a hybrid, if he was a different type of peacock bass. But the moment I put him in the 350, he saw the competition and he came alive. And if anybody keeps peacock bass, if anybody keeps cichlids, you know that he's defying nature. Fish, they build a hierarchy, and he's small, he's at the bottom of the hierarchy, and yet he's showing the best color. So that doesn't make any sense, but I'm not complaining. I'm definitely loving it, definitely loving his beauty. Now the only thing is, in his tank, he's not with the same appetite. When he was in the 210, he ate anything I gave him. In his 350, he only wants Hikari floating sticks, so that will be a challenge when it comes to getting the catch up in size. All my other peacock bass, they eat the pellets along with smelt, which is a frozen fish food. Well, frozen fish is raw fish and they eat it. This guy, he's not eating it, so that may make him grow a little bit slower, so that is a concern. On top of that, my Cichlids is a little bit aggressive towards him. Every now and then chases him. Not as much as when he first was added to the tank. When he first was added, the Cichlids was chasing him non-stop. He has calmed down quite a bit, but the threat is still there. My Cichlids, no problems with this little guy. But yeah, I'm loving the color, and I can't wait till this guy grows up. On that same day, I moved my Lima shovelnose catfish into the 350, and I must say that this fish isn't really doing bad, but at the same time, he's not doing good. He's not doing bad as far as he's not being eaten. He is a skinny fish, so I did think that some of the fish in this tank will have tried to eat him. They didn't. But this guy is, I'm not sure if he's afraid of some of these big fish or what, but he's not really active. He spends the majority of his day perched behind my circulation pump, and he doesn't move. I'm not sure if he moves around when the lights are off. One day I have to come and check at night, but throughout the entire time the lights are on, he's in his corner. When I do water changes, he does move around a bit, but he's in a corner. I never see him eat. He probably eats at night, I don't know, but he's not really moving too much. So I'm guessing that he's afraid of all the other fish. On top of that, my catfish can be pretty aggressive. So yeah, he's not really doing great, but he's not doing terrible. So yeah, I'm just gonna have to keep watching him, see if he's eating at night, if any food is left. See if he's scavenging. If he's going around scavenging at night, that's a good sign. But if he's still in the corner at night, that's definitely bad. I'm probably gonna have to take him out of this 350, put him with some smaller fish so that he could gain his confidence. Then when he's bigger, add him to the 350 and see if he does better. And finally, everybody, the last fish that I added to my 350-gallon aquarium, my silver Arowana. As you can see, he's not in an aquarium. Okay, everyone, so this is the scene that I'm coming home to. My Arowana is here on the floor dead. That's his size. The question is how? How is the Arowana on the floor when there's no opening on top of this tank? All back there have the wood blocking up those openings. So no, if he would have jumped out back there, he would have definitely landed behind the tank. So he definitely didn't jump out over there. How did this fish jump out? Now that was definitely very upsetting to see. That's the reason why I wasn't really active when it came to posting videos, because I went so far to make sure that this fish was safe. The wood across the back of the tank, the lids and everything. He must have jumped up with a lot of acceleration and got through the lid. The lid closed back perfectly and he landed on the floor. Now the crazy thing is that he was just becoming a little bit more confident in the tank. At first he was very shy. He was just coming to the point where he was willing to eat almost out of my hand. He was getting along with everybody. Nobody was attacking him or harassing him, so I really don't know why he jumped. But yeah, that definitely sucked. And because of that, I'm now going to declare that I would never ever keep an Arowana again. I don't care if I get a bigger tank, if I get a pond, I don't care what I get. I would never keep the Arowana again because I just lost too many species to jump in. I lost 3 Arowanas because they all jumped out of my tank. So now I'm pretty much becoming an Arowana serial killer. And yeah, simple solution, never buy an Arowana again. They're just not for me. They're just born to fly, I guess, and I just can't keep them in tanks. So yeah, that definitely was a discovery that I hated to see, and live and learn. I'm never keeping Arowanas again. Okay everyone, so yeah, that was just a few of the updates I wanted to give you guys. I still have a lot more to show you guys. Like I said, I have some fish randomly breeding, fish that I did not plan on breeding. They now have fry in some of my tanks. I have fish transforming, looking one way today, a different way, looking like a completely different fish the next day. So a lot of awesomeness to show you guys, and I will be showing you in the days to come. But for now, I do want to thank you guys. You guys watching, you Subscribe to the channel. The support you guys give me is always the reason why I come back, always the reason why I'm able to keep going, because I just look online, look at the channel, see you guys, just keep hitting that subscribe button, the awesome comments that you guys leave. No doubt it's definitely encouraging. It's definitely the reason why I'm still in this hobby today, and it's doing awesome. And I will tell you guys that if you look at my 350-gallon aquarium, the fish in this tank are getting big, and I'm going to need a bigger tank.